Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Hand of Fate. Let's start the next story.
Now we play. You can now access Endless Mode if you wish to test your skills against chance itself.
I'm a little surprised I can now access Endless Mode. I would have thought it would have taken the entire story mode first, but okay. So, we're going to be taking on the King of Dust. We have a compensation whenever the player finishes in combat. They lose 1 gold per 15 health. Interesting, so I didn't want to lose a lot of health. Last time...
Some men thrive in anarchy and chaos. The King of Dust is one such. His tools are cruelty and terror. And I suspect he will harbor a great hatred for you, my friend.
I imagine there's an Ace of Dust also. Last time we did lose quite a bit of life, so we want to be a little bit more careful going forward. Maybe we'll even have to miss a few events, which would kind of suck. Let's see what the default setup is for us now. So we're leaving a lot of weapons and shields off the table. We had the huge hammer before. I didn't really like it too much. Let's see, Desperate Measures is 32. This is 28. This is 35. It does a lot of damage. It's just not very fast, unfortunately. Let's see. Armor of Cold is... What's weird about the armor, it doesn't actually have like a defense rating. Neither does the shields. There's like no defense rating in this game, at least not shown to the player. There probably is one hidden somewhere in the background. Let's see. Medium armor, we're still keeping a lot of that in our deck. The Angel's Wing, we've been through like 2 or 3 scenarios and haven't actually picked it up. Now we have the Fool's Gold too. The Helm of Reflection, I'd probably get rid of that if I had other things. And we have the Fleet Cuffs, we haven't picked that up and used either. More interesting, the Fates I don't think are ever going to change. I don't think I'll unlock any more of those. Maybe if I beat the whole story mode, there'll be some new thing. But we have quite the collection of cards here that are new, and we simply haven't used them. Things also like the DLC. So I kind of want to move the DLC forward. So it makes sense to do the White Council 3 and the Smuggler's Wharf. But if the game's default suggestion is not to do that, maybe I should just play default. Now this one is DLC and it was suggested. So maybe there is a reason why it's saying not to do it. The Song of the Minotaur, we screwed that DLC up last time, so I need to make some progress there. We have 3 Ratman Hunting that has to be in here. We have Twisted Canyon that has to be in here. It probably wouldn't be terrible to get rid of like Mr. Lionel, or what was another one that gives you a weapon. So I have too many cards now. Let's go back to the default recommended. We'll just stick with that. We've hit also the point where when we go lands, 30 minutes, I'm
the
gonna
King of Dust takes his tithe of
end it. These were supposed to be 30-minute long recordings, and the levels have gotten long enough to be an hour long at least. See, what's funny here is it's not really ever shuffling the cards.
You face the first of my kings. Each has shaped the nature of their forces with the strength of their will. They will turn that power to your destruction.
Interesting. So there was a shuffle there. It was just done really fast to the point where you may have not even seen it. We have the Curse of Compensation and the upgrade of the goblet. I wish you could turn the goblet off, but it's not even an option. So moving forward. Helpful priest, he wants probably half my food. That's what he's wanted. Before, give him half my food. It's ridiculous to give him half my food right now, but... Let's start with the blessing, I guess. It's only successes. So... huge success. Draws 2 blessing cards. Whenever the players...
Many of these blessings are too good for the likes of you.
Whenever a player is struck by ranged attacks, there is a chance that the attacker will be stunned for 3 seconds. Whenever the player eats
the gods
food,
look upon you favorably.
They gain twice the amount of health. That's going to be very helpful.
A quest that may lead you down many paths towards jealously guarded secrets. Interesting.
That's what I say. Interesting. I say it a lot. You come across an injured adventurer who's battered and bloodied armor tells you he's seen combat recently. Ask him his troubles. I've been chasing a pack of thieves that attacked my home village of Embertown. I killed some of them in an ambush, but I fear I lack the strength to chase the rest down. If you have any honor, you will find these jackals and make them pay. Okay, and what is this card going to be? A Embertown hero card with a different animation. Ooh, and so that changed the card, or did it give me 2 options now? Embertown
Let's find
hero.
out what type of character you really are.
Interesting.
There's a token in it for you if you win.
You have caught up with the Embertown village raiders who call you out. Stay your hand, adventurer, and we'll share our spoils with you. Refuse to deal with the thieving scum, or accept. I'm just gonna refuse and take whatever I want. You tell them to ask their gods for more mercy than you're about to show them. The dealer draws 1 monster card. 2 of dust. Not a big deal. Now, right now we just have, I think, the basic shield and the basic axe. So no abilities or anything, just gotta play fast. There we go. Perfect fight. No damage taken. But I lost gold for some reason. You carefully turn out the thief's pocket. The dealer draws 3 gains cards. 5 food. 5 max health. 25 gold. Oh! Do I have to pay gold for every time I do 15 damage to the opponents? Afterwards, you return to tell the hero of Embertown of your success. He gestures for you to come closer. Inside, he hands you a jeweled ring, then dies. He puts the ring away to identify later and bury the fallen champion. The card's token is now yours.
The token is yours. Let us see what you do with your newfound abilities.
And there's nothing... Like, I can't hop here and get the card that was under it. That's just been changed. So hopefully it wasn't important. Let's see. Whenever the player finishes a combat, they lose 1 gold per 15 health. Wait a minute. Is that the health I have at the end of combat, or is it the amount of health I removed from the opponents? I have no idea.
Work your way through the woods and see what lies beyond.
I need to get rid of that curse, though. And I don't know if I'll be able to ever afford to get rid of the curse. It's very expensive. Take the forest path because we have to.
Do you understand how this game works now? Do you comprehend the stakes?
Not exactly. He said life and death at the beginning. Ratman hunting.
It seems you have made an enemy of the Ratmen. They do not normally attack unless provoked.
6 of plague. Ooh. That is quite a lot. I don't have anything really yet to take on 6 guys. Well, the thing about the Ratman particularly is that they're very fast, so countering and attacking are my best bets. One of them is throwing out an impossible to dodge or counter attack. It's impossible to counter when it's red. You can still dodge. Besides, you search the bodies and find nothing. I need to find a way to stop the plague of the Ratman, certainly. They keep suggesting there's somebody you could pay, like an exterminator. And this visual bug is driving me crazy about the food counter just going to 0 all the time. I need to patch it. Let's see what's in the shop. I kind of want to spend all my money because I'm going to lose it in fights anyways. Buy items. On every weapon ability uses Shell Bandits are stunned for 3 seconds. Can't get the huge hammer. Can't get to the berserker armor. Can't get their armor cold. Can I heal wounds? I could do 10 for 8. Can I sell anything? Not really. So let's just buy food.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
There we go. So we're set with food, and we're low on gold. I think that's the right move. The Song of the White Minotaur.
Win this and claim my token.
So the problem with the Song of the White Minotaur is I need
a choice. Select your desire.
More gold than what I have. So getting success here is I just don't have 5. So twice I've failed that because I simply didn't have the money. Oh well.
It's better than trudging along a muddy road. Certainly.
We'll eventually move that forward.
What brings you to play the game? Ha! I know you will not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent.
What's interesting, I've just realized that the curse I have is DLC, so I may have actually made the game more difficult on myself by installing the DLC slightly.
Hungry mouths. War leaves nothing else.
Local peasant.
A challenge for you, and a token if you succeed.
While crossing a forest clearing, you meet a peasant woman. Greeting, stranger, the winter has been hard on my family this year. In the forest behind her, you sense movement. Give the woman 5 food. Sure. The woman takes your food eagerly, passing it to some children who suddenly rush from the forest, hands outstretched. You have given us enough food to survive the winter, stranger. She retrieves the sack from behind the bush. This is my husband's before he died. Please accept it as a thanks. Draw 1 equipment card. What kind of equipment? Well, I'm going through a lot of cards here for this. Now I have movement speed increase. Nice. All those other cards apparently just got tossed though. So that probably hurt me quite a bit. While the other children eat, the woman speaks at length of what she has seen and heard recently. So I now know exactly where I'm going. Let's see. That's great to know, but I can't really zoom in. There's no free range of the camera. I think that should be possible. Let's see, unless there's a left trigger or a right trigger or a left bump and a right bump on the controller. Nope, you can't look. So that was my only chance to see was that one time. Ambush.
The bandits are sorely loyal to their king. They will not let you reach him easily.
But if I saw the ambush, shouldn't I be able to sneak up on them? Apparently not. 2 of skulls is hardly a big amount of people. It's about, I think, the smallest number. Because if Ace of Skulls is going to be really powerful, I would assume. Let's see how well our increased speed helps us. I think that helps us quite a bit. Still not as fast as I would like, but pretty good. Sneak up and kill him. Success. 3 gains cards. Draw 2, keep 1. Ring of Survival. Or the Consuming Shame. I'll take the Consuming Shame. All weapons attacks are enhanced with poison. 3 food. And 20 gold. Which I need to spend as soon as possible. Batman hunting.
Of course, killing their leader is a fine way to provoke them.
4 of plague. So I imagine there's some scenario where all the Ratman hunting cards would get replaced by something else. Let's see. Ratman's still too fast, really, to deflect their attack. Much better just to attack them. And you still get nothing from those interactions. Traveler and healer. Go and approach the shop. I don't feel like approaching the shop is ever going to be a bad idea. And that's kind of a shame that like once out of every 20 times it doesn't turn into a mistake. How much to remove this curse? 200. And could I sell anything? Not really. And heal wounds? Nope. So we'll buy 3 food for 11. And can't afford any more. So we move on. I believe there's another local peasant we're gonna run into. Another ambush.
You may have to contend with every bandit in the kingdom before you reach the king.
That was my plan anyways. Feels like we've done a lot more fights than anything else in this setup yet. This is supposed to be kind of a boss fight, but feels like we're not really moving anything forward as far as getting equipment or seeing anything new. Three gains cards. Mercenary contract. Once per combat, press the right bumper to activate an aura that makes every successful strike drop gold. Interesting. We'll try it. Might as well try it once. 3 food. 3 gold. Move forward. Cavern mouth. That's new. Next step in your journey takes you from a cave out to the feet of an imposing forest. Exit the cave.
Did you expect me to tell your fortune? No. A fortune teller is at their most base and despicable when they begin to believe their own lies.
He's starting to get a little repetitive.
I am different. My powers are genuine.
Let's see. Devil's Carnival.
At its heart, these traveling shows are but mockeries of the true mysteries.
What is it?
We play for a token now.
One day, just as dusk gathers, you reach a large country town hosting a traveling circus. Stranger sights and stranger smells confront you as you begin to wander between tents and stalls that were once brightly colored, but now are faded and stained with dust. Peasants and nobles alike wander the streets and alleys past wonders and amazement, seeming almost dazed. There is something about this place that dulls your senses, and for a while you forget your quest and forget even the path that brought you to this place. I can only continue. So, huge success, huge failure. It seems like we've been tricked into something here. Huge failure. Sensing a hidden malice about this place, you turn and try to find your way out of the town, but somehow you lose your way and end up heading further into the crowd. Well, it didn't do any damage yet. The mysteries of the carnival await you. The chill wind causes the lamps to flicker, and for a moment the townsfolk pause. Then the music begins again and the merrymaking resumes. A gentleman with a large top hat and pointed mustache, waving what appears to be a wand, invites you to join him on stage. He gestures for you to get in the box that leaves your head and feet exposed. Uh-oh. After apparently being sawn in half, you discover that you are in fact in one piece. You leave the stage to the applause of the gathered crowd, only to discover some equipment missing. Angrily, you turn back, but the stage is empty. You lose a random piece of equipment. Oh. The equipment I just equipped. And I failed that. Interesting. 2 huge failures there. Let's see. Do I have this artifact? The consuming shame is automatically re-equipped. Everything here seems to be rather nicely like automated. Traveling mage. I don't have anything to buy, but we'll look at it. So that's a coin one where I feel like you have to get it right before you can take it out of your collection. Is there anything I could buy? Not surprisingly, no. Can't even afford food. Food's more expensive here. Interesting. I've had quite a lot of lucky picks as far as cards. Loan.
Usury, the root of all troubles.
That's a word that doesn't get used a lot, usury, but it's kind of apt. So if somebody's going to give me a loan, and I'm going to have to pay it back. A busy market town, you're approached by a shopkeeper on the verge of losing his store. Do I have 10 gold? If you lend me the gold I need to save my store, I will repay you one day with interest. I don't have 10 gold, so I decline. The shopkeeper sighs. Then I fear it will be the arena for me, when I cannot pay my debts. Sorry, couldn't do anything about it. This curse of mine that costs me all my money has locked me out of a couple of things already. Charity.
Ah, the wandering mendicant. Will humanity ever move beyond poverty, religion, and charity? Again, a token is at stake.
I don't think I'll get it. He begs for food to feed the orphans. The gods show favor on those who are less fortunate. Sure, food I have. A worthy decision, the priest exclaims. Here, give 5 food. The priest humbly accepts your provision. Let me see if I have anything in my sack for which to reward such generosity. So if this is a failure, I may lose. In fact, I may lose anyways, because I have no food according to this. 1 gain card. Draw 1
I'm
blessing.
sure you're grateful for that.
Critical strike.
This tale begins, and then proceeds relentlessly. With each step, you will discover a new card and a deeper mystery.
So the problem is, the bug says I have 0 food, and I think it'll write. So I
The
take
deeper you go,
damage.
the greater the risk of starvation.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna starve to death. It's like 9 damage each move without food. Culling of
Our lives are often lived thus, are they not? Pushed back and forth by the whims of nobility or power.
Let's continue.
As you plunder the secrets of your memories, you'll gain new cards. Some you'll wish you'd left untouched.
All the lands in the kingdom are being overrun with ratmen. Merchants in my lands are attacked on the road, as are any travelers such as yourself. Pay 50 gold. My guards are needed here with me, but if I just had 50 gold, I would hire a mercenary army to find their nest and cull their numbers. Well, if I had 50 gold, I'd pay him, but I don't, so I refuse. I understand that contributing to the common good may be unfamiliar to your sort, but I urge you to return immediately if you change your mind. Heck, if I had 50, I'd give him 50. Noble trader. Every
Noble
single
in
one of
mind,
these.
or simply noble by birth?
There has to be some object, some item that would make playing this story make more sense, because I don't think you'd be able to afford any of these things by the time you reach this level.
Let us stake a token on their foolishness.
Nobleman passes you on the road on the town of Stiegel. In the town of Stiegel, I remember Stiegel, that had the arena in it, but cast little more than a glance at you. And he does nothing else. It must have been because I didn't have enough equipment or something. Ambush.
Every game must include an element of surprise, wouldn't you say? Sometimes it is the human on the other side of the table. Sometimes the draw of a card or the roll of a dice. Without it, the game is nothing but a computing machine.
So we take on this ambush. 3 of dust. Shouldn't be too difficult. Although, the problem now is I'm short on health and I'm not going to regain any of it. So I need like a perfect attack here. No damage in this fight. Wow, power kick. Down to 65.
Food is crucial for healing. If you travel without food, your strength will not be restored between encounters. You'll also begin to starve. It seems you'll learn that soon enough, though.
Yeah, I think so. I think I've already learned that.
Choose from these options.
Three gains cards. I need... Let's see. Let's do Frostfang. There's 3 food. There's 5 food. I gave a lot of food to the people. That's the problem there. And then we take the
Down
stairs.
once more, seeking the heart of it all.
Next leg of the adventure.
On this floor, the King of Dust waits for you. He is prepared. Are you?
No. So, at 30 minutes, it's not going to take me 30 minutes to get to the end of this. So, I have 7 moves. I need to do this right. Traveling Mage. Pass it by, I have no gold. Ratman hunting. Let's attack 6 of them. Let's skip. Keep on attacking. There we go. Not a great fight, but I think we'll be alright from that, as long as we don't run into too many more of that. 1 food gain card. Ambush. Monster card, 2 of the skulls, not a big deal. Skip again. quick fight. Sneak up and kill him. Too many ambushes in this setup. 3 gains cards, 1 equipment. I'll take that.
A classical approach to dealing with crowds.
Throwing 8 knives.
As pleases you.
More food. More gold. Another shop. Maybe I can buy something here. We might as well look at it. Let's see if we can sell something. Sell items. We have this axe that we can sell for 30. And this that we can sell for 10. And then, let's see, 50, 30, 45, 45. Nothing there. But
I'm sure you're grateful for that.
refill our food to 25, so that should help. Bandit attack. That's
Bandits,
different.
eh? Make an enemy of one, and you've made an enemy of all. One can't help but admire their single-mindedness.
It's a 6 of
bandits
dusts.
to keep you on your toes.
Ooh, that's gonna be kind of high. It's almost not worth it to even counter. As long as there's like 2 people on the field, it's easier just to focus your attack on the other person. One gain card of 15 gold. Let's see. Twisted Canyon. Really late in the game to be picking this up, but whatever. Climb down, why not? The success failure ratio for this card hasn't changed. So we draw an equipment card of the Scorching. Equipment with the trait Burn will flame with agents, doing extra fire damage. However, lava golems will shrug off fire attacks with ease. And it's holy. Absolutely equip that. Move forward. Alicia in the Woods. This is the DLC story.
I will happily wager on the outcome. I do not think you have what it takes.
As an attempt to discover more about the bizarre portal you encountered, one name keeps recurring, a mystic named Alicia. Apparently her expertise on all aspects of Shadow Realm's interdimensional travel and Beast of the Void is unparalleled. Wow, the text just got smaller. You track Alicia's caravan and she travels under the guise of fortune teller. Her appearance doesn't match the whispers about her, and she is considerably shorter and has much more of a beard? Is that what it says? Beard? So is she a hobbit? She audibly clears her throat before speaking to you. Welcome, stranger. You recoil. She recalls in mock blindness the dark clouds of fate swirl around you in a tempest. For a little gold, I can help you see the future through the storm. Explain your interest in finding out more about the underworld, or pay 3 to get my fortune told. The mystic looks around nervously before she says, "Now what makes you think I'd know anything about such things? Well, I am but a humble fortune teller. Can I not interest you in such services?" "Sure, we'll pay 3 golds." Ooh. It's either going to be huge success or failure. It looks like the shuffle mechanic there isn't actually random. It kind of feels like it isn't. Feels like I can follow it with my eyes. The mystic eyes flash wide open. Your fortune is awash with death and destruction, but there is also hope. You carry fortune's favor with you. How may I aid you in your endeavors? To someone with such a powerful aura as you, I could tell you of what I know. The price for such information, though, would be high. To someone as powerful as you, I can tell you what I know. The price would be high. A powerful magical trinket such as the one you are carrying. Okay, give him my trinket, whatever it is. Exchange an artifact for the mystic's information on the underworld? Sure. You hand over an artifact to the mystic. She appears quite surprised. Oh, okay then. I guess I have to tell you all the many things I know about the underworld. Gone is the smooth voice of the mystic, replaced now by a much more agricultural accent. Seeming unsure of her words, the underworld is a strange and mystical place. Look, the mystic, the real one, just pays me a bribe to drive the carriage and look after the horses. I just fill in occasionally. The other bag the other day she comes over all strange, talking about portals to the underworld and such, and says she's going to investigate. That was 2 days ago, and I'm starting to get a bit worried. Will you go look for her adventurer? Sure. So I'm not even really talking to the mystic, I'm talking to the assistant. Let's go offer to help. This is a lot of dialogue here. You venture into the woods behind the mystic caravan. You soon come across another portal like the one at the village sacrifice. As you edge closer to the portal, a powerful voice booms out in a belated cackle. At last, a visitor to my domain. You are dragged into the portal. They really, really needed to have the voice actor voice this stuff. It's just not good. Even if you have to have a new voice actor read the cards aloud, it's too many words. The size of the text is going from small to smaller as it gets longer. It's just not well thought out. In fact, it should just be the whole size of the screen. Take up the whole screen. 4 of hell, 4 of hell. Ooh. That's gonna be a lot. Once you're ejected to the other side, you shout to the sky about your search for the mystic of San Revere. Your mystic is dead, the voice replies. She came with no understanding of the power here. Her foolish soul now feeds me and my minions as well as yours. So I got a huge success, and I end up fighting 8 of hells. That's a lot. And my holy fire weapon is going to potentially not be the best suited weapon in the world. guys going. Keep fighting, keep fighting. And that got him. They're not very demon-y, are they? They're just like demon versions of rats. They could have done better with the modeling there. With the last hell beast slain, the voice rings out once more. You have won for now, but but my forces will rise up and take the land above by force. You cannot stop us. The card's token is now yours.
Here. Take it.
And that's all I got, though, was just that one token that's going to be one card to move forward in the story. And it seems like they're getting really difficult. Those fights. Draw one monster card. Ooh.
No king falls without a challenge.
12 of dust. You know what? Just give him all my gold. You open your money bag and present it. That's not enough. He's holding out on us, one of them yells, right before they rush you. The battle begins. So, not enough. That's a shame. 12 guys. It's gonna be quite the battle. There's a lot of people throwing a lot of fights here. Burning damage is being very helpful. Thank goodness I have a fast moving speed. That didn't feel like 12 of them. There might be a maximum of like 10 bad guys on screen. Draw 2, keep 1. I'll take Berserker armor, since I don't
Armor
have
that gives
anything
you
else.
the proportional strength and power of a barbarian, which you are on closer examination.
During combat, every hit you sustain increases your speed and weapon strength. Well, absolutely gonna use that. Plus 50 health. That's quite a lot. Alicia in the woods. Return to the missing caravans in hope of pursuing her share of knowledge to someone with such powerful as yours. Can't do anything new there. Goblin King's Halls 2.
This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
So, what I've come to realize is it's going to be at the end of every story, there will just be these side offshoot cards that will almost certainly be the DLC story cards or the in-game story, the original game story cards. That way you can miss them if you're not good enough, or you'll probably run into a couple that you could still miss if you don't have enough gold, or as we've seen before. After walking by a huge tree at the edge of the lake, Mr. Lionel's head appears from the leaves above. Excellent work, my lad, Mr. Lionel declared, sighting the lock of elven hair and leaping to the ground. Didn't have to break too many bones getting this, I trust. Never mind, best I don't know, eh? He then calibrates his device, turning it over in his hands. This bit turns like this knob pushes in there. Not sure what this does.
Come now, hurry up. We don't have forever.
Well, don't give me long stuff to read, then. It's working, Lionel gasps with glee as the amulet begins to glow. Wow. I'm surprised this really has taken an hour. By waving the amulet around in the air, the goblin somehow contrives to lead you on a haphazard journey over the hills and across rivers, until finally you come to a trapdoor hidden by foliage under an ancient tree. Through the doorway you see a stone chamber. You hear a variety of strange mechanical noises. There may be some traps. Kings can never be too careful when guarding their treasure. I'm sure I mentioned them earlier. Now get in there and steal 50 gold pieces for me. I'll hold your gold until you get out, and meet me on the other side. Good luck. With a firm boot to your backside, Lionel sends you tumbling through the trapdoor. This doesn't look like it's going to be a fight as much as this is going to be a maneuvering puzzle. Now remember, I can't change my camera angle. So that's a slight concern. 50 seems a little specific here. I'm surprised those things don't break. They're just there for no reason. Interesting. I hit the door and didn't get that last piece of gold. I didn't get anywhere near 50 gold. Lionel immediately greets you upon your escape, lifting the bag of gold before even realizing he is there. He counts out the coins you managed to retrieve. Not nearly enough. I want my revenge. Get back in there and get my gold. Lionel watches you expectantly. Let's go back into the maze. With deep breath, you go back in the maze and traps. Let's go ahead and skip this. It's slightly different. There's plenty of time actually just to walk up here. I'm at 32 now. I'm at 44 now. Now I'm at 53. Now I'm at 56. That should be enough for me. The son immediately greets you upon escape, lifting your bag before you realize he's even there. He gets out the coins manager. Save, not bad at all, he says happily. I'll eat these later. For now, good work, my boy. Let's get out of here before the Goblin King discovers what's what. The card's token is now yours. So I lost all my gold there, but that doesn't really matter. There's nothing more to do here, so let's take on the boss. The king is a
Very few are so foolish as to deliver themselves to the king.
The king is fierce in battle, but is loyal to his troops. He can choose to heal them during combat. And the king of doves broke faith with the king and country long ago. and made himself rich and powerful through the judicious application of cruelty and terror outside the law for decades.
There's a token in it for you if you win.
I'm gonna get surprisingly few tokens here. And this has taken an hour. So I said last time I was gonna break up every 30 minutes. I'm gonna make that same promise and try not to break it next time. It felt like halfway through that we hadn't really done that much, but honestly, in this story particularly, we haven't done that much. He is doing a crazy attack here. I need to be careful. I'm gonna die if I'm not careful. I'm down to 44. I got down to 24. Almost lost there. 24 health. Give me that card.
There are many who will be pleased that you have defeated the likes of my lesser king. As for me, I think you have but proven that I must defeat you entirely. A set of new trinkets for you. You will need them, and more.
So, yeah, it feels like I am gonna need them. It feels like it's getting rapidly faster and more difficult. For defeating the bandits who looted Embertown, I get the Ring of Justice. For feeding the local peasant woman, I receive draw 3, inspect, and put back. Interesting, so I can order the 3 in any order. And then I get the Greater Helm of Reinforcement. For donating food to the orphans, you receive gain 5 food, the Ring of Purity, and Charity 2. For attempting to rescue the Mystic, you receive the Greenborough Forest. For helping Mr. Lionel in this quest, you receive the Goblin King's Halls 3. And for defeating the boss, as a reward for defeating the Bandit King, you receive these cards. The Feathers of Ice, the Life Limb, the Jack of Scales, the Hero's Romans, the Stranger in the Shadows, and something Graveyard, Die Graveyard. I probably misread half of those. We'll check them all more in depth next time.
Come once more to the game.
Now, I imagine the cards I am adding to my collection are getting added to this little animation. It seems like that might be the case. It very well may also not be the case, but it would be cool. So, we made it through another one, and like I said, starting next recording, I'm going to try and make this 30 minutes because we are at an hour exactly now. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.